It's day number 80 of the self-quarantine today here in Los Angeles, and there is this darkness that has engulfed all of the city of Los Angeles. And right now in my neighborhood, um, there's this quiet that is unnatural. Because usually it's not quiet, but this is an eerie type of quiet. It's a quiet that's full of fear. It's a quiet that is full of anxiety. It's a quiet full of uncertainty. And the reason why, it's because we're living at a time, a historical time, of civil unrest, of protest. Like I said many times before, it kind of reminds me of the Rodney King riots that happened in 92. But instead only happening here, it's happening all over the United States. But I'm giving you my perspective of what's going on here in LA. And it's just surreal seeing a lot of patrol cars, National Guardsmen just driving around my neighborhood, choppers making sure that everyone is staying at home because we're under curfew. But I want to first talk about what happened yesterday. So right after I left off on last time's video, um, I actually fell asleep, and then I woke up, and then I actually learned that there was more protests that were happening, not just in Santa Monica, but also in Long Beach as well. And after it went violent, the looters, the arsonists, the thieves, the anarchists, like you name them. For me, I call them demons, because you have to be. You have no feelings. You have no soul. You love the thrill of violence, of things burning down, of destruction, of chaos. Those things basically describe someone that is a demon. Someone that doesn't have a soul, doesn't have feelings. They love to see destruction within their very eyes. So those are the people that are looting, those are the people that are stealing, those are the people that are destroying our neighborhoods. And even what's surprising is a lot of them that have been arrested by LAPD, they don't even live there. They don't even live in this county. They're actually opportunists that are taking advantage of the situation just for their own selfish greed and benefit. Like I said before, the Black Lives Matter movement, those individuals are there for a message, a peaceful message. They're protesting, using their First Amendment right in a peaceful way, but those individuals are hijacking this message, and they're making that message look terrible, staining that message. And I just want to clear that up. So, like I said before, Santa Monica, Long Beach, they were looted. There was buildings that were on fire, businesses that were destroyed. And then fast forward to this morning, you saw people coming out to actually help those individuals that suffered losses because of these destruction and selfish individuals, that are demons, that are looting and are trying to destroy our city here in Los Angeles. And it was a beautiful moment. I saw even people from the Black Lives Matter movement go to those places and actually help them out, and to remind them that it's not them, it's those individuals, those demons. Another thing that happened today that was interesting, this is actually going to be the 6th day in a row of protest that was happening here in the LA area. It was actually happening in the Hollywood area, but much different from the past few protests. I was actually peaceful. There wasn't fires, there were a few scuffles here or there, but it wasn't that bad. And even a lot of the LAPD officers kneeled with protesters. That was beautiful. And I wish that the media would show it more and more. And they are. Maybe because of my video, or maybe other people are shouting and telling them, you have to show this in the news, that this protest, this movement is not all violence. There is light within the darkness. So George Floyd's brother actually was on national television, and he basically wanted to tell the individuals all over the United States that, I quote, "My brother wasn't about that." He condemns the violent protests that is happening all over the United States under his name. He says that he was a gentle giant, that he was about civil rights, but he wasn't about violence. And he wanted to clarify about that. And something else that was very interesting today, and like I said before, there's a curfew going on. And something about that curfew is it was actually text on my phone, and it said at 5 p.m. But apparently a lot of the businesses actually got the message way before anyone else. The reason why I say this is because when I was going out and about with my father, because he needed a couple things from a pharmacy, we saw a lot of businesses that were actually putting wooden boards on their windows, on their doors. It almost felt like a natural disaster that was coming by, like a hurricane. But instead of a hurricane coming in, it's a storm of demons coming in. And it's those same demons that I've been telling you about, the looters, the opportunists, the anarchists, the people that they love to see chaos and destruction. And it felt uneasy, and it felt like we were going at war. But fortunately enough, I have what I need at this very moment. My family has what they need. Like I said before, fireworks are going out. Fireworks either for the solidarity or for the anarchists or the demons, you know. And it's just surreal seeing this, just what's happening around here in Los Angeles. But so far, you know, that's what's happening here in LA, because of these protests, these manifestations, these movements that is going on. So I'll give you more information in the next upcoming videos, because by looking at what I'm seeing, it's going to stay for a while. So now I'll be talking about the coronavirus situation here in Los Angeles. So the number of cases and deaths are still rising, but now with the protests, it's kind of hard keeping track of that. And the reason why I say this is because today, all of the coronavirus test sites were closed until further notice. And we don't know when they're going to open back. And the Department of Health actually did a press conference saying that with all these protests that are going on all over Los Angeles, it could be very dangerous if people are not wearing masks, they're not practicing social distancing. That could actually spike the number in the coming days or weeks, but we don't know. Time will tell if that's going to be the reality. But right now, it is scary that we are under two pandemics, the pandemic of coronavirus and the pandemic of racism. So it's just interesting times that we're living in. And never would I have thought that people are putting a pandemic aside and now are mostly focused on the protest, on the movement, which I understand. I understand why it's important, but we cannot forget how deadly this virus is, and it doesn't help if people get sick. So I just hope that everyone is staying safe all around, because it'll be a very huge tragedy, losing all those individuals that have so much passion, have so much heart, to lose the battle against coronavirus. So that is it for today's video. So everyone, stay strong, stay safe.